Hey guys, welcome back. It's the year 1302, and it's a big year for us. Lots of birthdays, but also the birthdays of our twin girls, Charlotte and Cecilia. So, big year. We will roll. I think we'll go in order of year, so we'll do Ricolda, I think. Okay, Ricolda, Godfrey. Toddlers cannot get a 4 or an 8. Roll. Okay, she's lived. She's lived. That's so good. I'm so glad for her. Oh, I don't want that. Sorry. And then they live 4.5 years. You know what, actually, I'm gonna do this all off camera, the moving, because watching me count probably sucks. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. We'll do it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So she will become a child this day. I think. I'm gonna double check all my stuff after. Joya York. And she's becoming a teen. So no 7s. Roll. Okay, she's good. And they are 18 for 7 years. Okay, great. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we don't include the year. They do it right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then she becomes a young adult. I think this day. Sorry guys, I know I'm actually the best you've ever seen at counting. I know you're all really jealous. Okay, I have to use my real... Okay, yes, I was right. I'm touching my monitor. Joya York. Okay guys, now it's... Okay, actually that's not true. It's Cassian right now. Roll for Cassian. 16, and we know 4 or 8. Okay. A diva. No 4 or 8. Okay, so they're both good. I'm just gonna move them all down. So now it's time for our Dubois twins. Oh, I'm really nervous. Okay, so it's Charlotte and Cecilia. No 4 or 8. I cannot look at the screen. Okay, 16. Okay, so that's Charlotte. Cecilia. No! No! Cecilia died! Oh no! Oh, well, there goes my storyline. Sorry, I'm in shock. I'm actually in shock. Oh no, she died. Oh no. Oh no. What is it? It's Control B, right? Yeah. Oh, she died. Oh no. Well. Oh no. Okay, sorry. I'm actually in shock. I don't know what to do. 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. I think actually they're supposed to be on this one, because 4.5 is there. And then same. Wait, what? Can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Yeah, I think I'm right actually. Whoa. Because 4.5. I think she would be that year. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out my times, but I'm just so in shock. She died. She's gone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. No, you're not. Okay, sorry. We're gonna jump in the game. What are we to do? Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna see. Let's just load up the game, and I'm gonna double check my ages and stuff because I don't feel like I was really right on that. Sorry, I'm in shock. Ah! Literally crazy, guys, right? I know, rewatching that, I understand where my head was at. While this is all loading and I'm setting up the game, I just thought I'd talk about why I haven't been uploading and why the uploads have been less frequent. I went on a trip, and then I got really sick, and I'm still sick. I think you can probably kind of hear it, but in my voice, and like, but anyway, that's why, and I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to backlog because I go on a trip in a few weeks as well, so I'm trying to have a few to set up, but you know how that goes. Like, this session alone took me like 2 hours-ish, 3 hours, excluding like the editing and the setups and stuff. Anyway, just thought I'd let you know, and that's why I've been off the grind, but I think I'll have another episode by maybe Wednesday. Fingers crossed. We will try our darndest. Attempts will hopefully be made. Okay, so here we are. You also may be wondering, why is Cecilia alive still? And I said, because her death day is not until Wednesday, but also I switched that. Spoiler, sorry. I take photos of them before because this was in my, I'm so in shock, I don't know what to do. And also, I have no idea why Roll is so, like, sad. Nothing's happened yet. Anyway, so Amise is like, well, I had these kids, and they seem like normal babies, but I cannot shake this feeling that something horrible is going to happen to them. Specifically, one of them. And I think it's the one who's evil. I think that's what it is. And she can't place that feeling in her head where should she be more, like, should she be wary of this? Should she be grateful? Like, she doesn't know. So she decides, I'm gonna go tell the church that I feel like something bad's gonna happen to one of my kids, and I don't know which one, I don't know when something bad's going to happen, and I don't know what to do or how to deal with that, right? And so she goes on with her days and stuff, but she will go to a church. She will go talk to the ministry about it. And also, our girl Amise catches 0 breaks in this session. She is miserable most of this playthrough. Like, for 2 hours straight, she's tired, she's hungry, she's disgusting, like, it's bad. Right now she's good though. The other thing is she realizes as she's like living it is that Charlotte is like a super easy baby, and she has such an affinity to take care of Charlotte versus Cecilia. And it's not anything, like, obviously she'll still take care of Cecilia, but it's just a natural thing. Also, side story, Roll just got a bunch of money and Amise doesn't know where it's from. Also, I downloaded Businesses and Hobbies, like I got the game pack, and so I had to go through and delete all the households. If you guys are watching this, do you know, also, they had kids, I didn't tell them they could have kids, I just rolled for them right now. I know this is like end of episode stuff, but I just thought I'd get it out of the way. Also, the kid's name is Cheryl, but I read somewhere that the kid's name was Matilda. I think it was one of those visual glitches The Sims has. Anyway, irrelevant. If anyone's watching this and they know how to stop The Sims from making households to, like, fill the world, I would really appreciate that, because I don't know how to fix that. Right now, I'm just kind of deleting them as they're coming into the world, and then I'll probably add more later. Anyway, here we are at the ministry. She talks to her good friend of Ice, where, she told her about the babies. She's confiding in her. She says, hey, listen, like, I know I shouldn't feel this way, but something horrible is going to happen to one of my kids, and I don't know what to do about it. Like, specifically the 2 twins I had a fortnight ago. Like, what do I do? And she says, I don't know why you feel like this. I'm unsure. You shouldn't. Anyway, and she goes and tells Father Warren, and she says, I don't want to say anything, but I think she's gonna do something to her kid. Like, how she was talking to me, it was as though she was convinced something horrible was gonna happen, and it was like she was gonna make it so. And then Warren's like, this is a serious thing, you have to tell her. Like, if this is actually how you perceive this, then we have to go and do a welfare. We'll have to tell the Earl, we'll have to get rid of these kids, you know, like, this is not something to mess around with. And she says, Avice says, okay, well, maybe I'm being hasty. I should just put a pin in this right now, but it's all in Warren's mind now. Warren knows. Warren has a perception of this. Anyway, she goes back home. She lives her truth. She farms. She does all her stuff. Also, I shouldn't have said yes to the squeamish thing. It sucks. The whole playthrough, she's just so, like, she's so whiny. Every time she has to change a diaper, she gets squeamish. And then after the diaper thing, she gets squeamish again. It's so weird. Anyway, I may get rid of that trait. On top of that, the trash can was bugged. It was a thing. Anyway, so she has just this affinity for Charlotte. And she doesn't tell that to anyone because she shouldn't have favorites, but she does. And it's Charlotte. And, you know, she's pregnant right now. And there's a whole thing. But you know how the affinity for Charlotte, Amis has an affinity for Charlotte. Roll has an affinity for Cecilia, so much so that he doesn't even want this baby to live this life, this life of poverty, like, versus, like, he knows he's so resentful, but he says Cecilia's worth more than this. Cecilia doesn't deserve this, versus Charlotte maybe does, or maybe everyone else in the family does, but Cecilia doesn't, and he has to find a way to save her. And guess what he freaking does? He takes her outside and leaves her! Oh my gosh! And he leaves her there to freeze, or for the wolves to get her. I know, I didn't even, like, the storyline writes itself. Anyway, so it dies. Cecilia dies. She's dead. She gets eaten by wolves or frozen, and he is so riddled by guilt the next morning. Anyway, and then Amis wakes up and she says, where is Cecilia? Where is Cecilia? Also, I hate the satisfaction thing. I don't like it. And then he says, don't worry about it. That's none of your business. Anyway, and so he goes to sleep. And they both go to bed and they both don't acknowledge what they did. Like, because Amis knows that Roll did something to Cecilia, and Roll knows he left her outside to do her thing. And, like, he could have just taken her to the church down the road. Like, what? Anyway. Sorry. So, also, I just realized I have to delete the infants. I am gonna do the MCC, like, kill them so they have a sad moodlet, and then I'll just delete them after that. Because then they have a realistic moodlet. Anyway. And so Amis is like, I don't want to have any more of his kids, because if this is what he does to one of them, like, what to do is what's in her mind. But she knows this is, like, the life she has to lead, and she does love him. This is what the juxtaposition of it is she knows that he did something to Cecilia, but she doesn't know what. But the baby's gone, and also she feels so validated because her premonitions are correct, like, something happened, but she won't acknowledge it, and she won't tell the church based off of how unsupportive Avice has been. But anyway, he was so eaten by this guilt. Guess who he goes and sees? He goes and sees Schiff, and she's still pregnant, right? She still has a kid, and so he just like pours his heart out to her and doesn't say anything about the baby, but he says, like, I am just so miserable in this life, and then the husband almost catches them, and he says, I have to go. I cannot do this anymore. Please don't talk to me again. Please don't send me any more pigeons. I cannot talk to you. But we know something's probably gonna happen, because she now knows that he's freaking out about something he did, right? And so I'm just gonna say something's happened. I don't know what I was doing with this. Oh, I was fixing the names, because something happened with my MCC where the names weren't coming to me before. So anyway, I fixed that. But that's relevant. Don't look that there was a computer. Anyway, so now they're just... He is so distraught. He feels horrible, but she has a sense of relief because, you know, the gods, like, cleansed her of this horrible omen of this child. And she's convinced it was Cecilia. Right? Like, she's convinced. And I think we will know that I think Charlotte is the evil omen. Not Cecilia, but Cecilia's gone, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, some babies were being born, so we just had to put a pin in the story. Broom, McAllister, don't get attached to that kid. Anyway, I thought it was funny that as soon as I fixed the names, it immediately started having, like, immediately after. Unfortunately, that baby didn't live. That Godfrey baby did not make it. And see, this is what I'm saying. She cannot catch a break because I wanted... Oh! Also, she was pregnant the whole time. Surprise! Guess what? We had a boy! It's his baby Roland. Its name is baby Roland. I was gonna do Roll the second. But I said, if I commit to that, I have to commit to that the whole storyline, and I don't really want to. So I went with Roland and then Miriam. Which after I was like, I should have picked the same letter. Why did I do that? Anyway, Roland and Marion, the twins. I took off Lane Line after this because I don't really like twins. I don't really like the whole multiple children at once thing. It kind of sucks. This is me getting rid of it. And anyway, so I tried to make her do all the, like, motherly tasks, you know, because I don't think Roll would ever really do it. But she could not, like, she would fall asleep, so I made him do diapers. Because we don't, in the rules, she has to breastfeed, she can't do bottles. So anyway, from here on out, she does not catch a break. Anyway, and so she realizes, well, I have to have another kid with this guy because, you know, I have so many, like, we only have one heir right now. We only have one son. And Roll is in love with this kid. He loves Roland so much. Like, it's not funny. He's just obsessed with this baby, loves this baby the whole time. And also, I had to turn off Simple Living for a second because I have the kitchen pack. I have to use something to make dough or whatever, but it's like a modern item. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to say too was I'm gonna add a bunch more mods, a bunch more medieval stuff. I found some folders, so we're gonna add more items and, like, gameplay mechanics because I don't like not having it. Here is baby Charlotte as a toddler. Isn't she so cute? She is so cute, and she's like a spitting image of Amis. Anyway, I love her. I love Charlotte. She's so cute. I'm gonna make her like a hell child. I know it says angelic. Ignore that. I should have made her like a fussy child, but I didn't. Anyway, so Roll is obsessed with Roland, like obsessed with Roland, and he just loves this baby so much. He's willing to like lay his masculinity down. He'll help with the baby, which is not what you do. You don't help with the child, but he's willing to do it for Roland because he loves his kid so much. Versus Miriam, he hates Miriam. He does not like Miriam because she reminds him so much of Cecilia. Like, it's like almost a spitting image, and he's just so repulsed. He just can't handle the fact that this kid is such a reminder of Cecilia, right? So anyway, he just doesn't like her, and Amis can't figure out why, because in her mind, it's just a little baby, and she loves the babies, except for when they have to... I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did cheat away the freaking, squeamish thing, like the moodlets, because it sucked. It sucked so bad, it was the worst. And guess who showed up? Civ showed up at the door, and then he was so mad. Roll was so mad. He was like, I told you we cannot see each other anymore. Get off my lawn. You come to my house with my family. What the heck? And then she's like, what? You were being so weird earlier. Did you not expect me to go check on you? What the hell? And he said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to worry you. Please go home. And guess what? She goes home. She leaves. And, you know, it's for the best. It's for the best. Honestly, I don't know if the affair storyline works out. Oh, yeah, she comes into the bedroom. I send her home. I say, go home. It works out as well because I kind of turned him into, like, a monster. Like, a really bad person. Which, for story reasons, is great. But I don't really like the... I don't know, the juxtaposition of him also being a cheater. Like, I think he has to be loyal to her if he's gonna be, like, a douche. Anyway, and, don't mind this game being so buggy. It's so buggy. But the whole ending, to leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger, is the ministry shows up at the door. Father Warren shows up and says, Mies, I need to talk to you. We've heard some things saying that you are an unfit mother, and we have to come for checkups now, and for right now you can keep your children, but if I see anything satanic or anything unwarranted to a child, you will lose your children. And she's like, what did you hear? Who told you that I'm an unfit mother, firstly? Secondly, my kids are healthy, they're growing up. And then he says, where did Cecilia go? And she says, I don't know. And then that's a cliffhanger. We don't know. Now I'm just doing all the boring stuff. I'll read off the birthdays for this year. Bruce and Matilda Carpenter were born. Broom McAllister and an unnamed Godfrey were born. Roland Dubois and Miriam Dubois were born, and an unnamed York were born. It's later. Bruce and Matilda aged up. Cassian, Adiva, Charlotte aged up, and Cecilia Dubois died. Sorry, Cassian, Godfrey, Adiva, McAllister, and Charlotte Dubois aged up. Joya aged up. That's what we're doing now. Joya marries Goss the second, which I think is so cute. They're so cute together. In addition, Bruce and Matilda also aged up into infants. Is that what I have to say? Yeah. And then Broom McAllister died, aging up, unfortunately. Yeah. Anyway, so there was also the marriage of Joya and Goss, which they're so cute. Oh, and sorry, Rakolda Godfrey also aged up into a toddler. Maybe I should redo this, but I'm not gonna, because, you know, gotta be real, this is my first try reading that, and I'm also still sick, so give me a break. She is so cute. She is so cute, the little ginger baby. Oh my goodness, she's so cute. She is like a spitting image of her dad. I know it. I just know it. And then this is me, I think, making them wet. I'm not sure. The other thing is there's a bunch of MCC issues I had, so, like, for settings. So they may not be, like, married. I went back in and made them actually married, and they're also pregnant right now. And I rolled a dice for them, so they're having 10 kids. Isn't that crazy? 10 kids is wild. 10 kids is crazy. That's okay. Hopefully they get there. We'll see, because then, actually, technically speaking, it would go back to roll. Who knows? We'll see how this works out. I also went back in and updated all of this because I was slacking and it was pretty outdated. It's for me, because I have photos of all of them, but I forget what their names are sometimes. Anyway, but they're in colors because eventually, hopefully, they'll all be on my family tree. Anyway, irrelevant. I think I hopefully linked the family tree and this document correctly. This is me deleting them. I don't like that The Sims adds people I don't want into my game. I'm gonna go back in, though, and add more people and mods. Anyway, irrelevant. I went in and deleted this baby. Unfortunately, he didn't live. Oh, this is the baby that didn't live, unfortunately, from the York family, which I'm also going to make them have more kids too, because I realize we need more Sims, ideally. And yeah, we are almost done. We're coming to a close. I also went back in and did a bunch of fixing of the MCC, so hopefully next time it won't be as buggy or discombobulated as a whole. And this is where I realized the baby's name is like Cheryl or something, but I said, no, your name's also gonna just be Matilda. Like, I think it was one of those visual glitches The Sims does sometimes where you're clicking on a person and it's like their name. Do you know what I'm saying? I just said Matilda. I may go back in and say Matilda the second, you know? But anyway. They're cute babies. She is Matilda the first is such a pretty sim. That sim right there is so pretty. I love her so much. I want to have maybe a side thing for her. I don't really know. We will see. But yeah, overall, I just wanted to apologize for kind of my absence. I've just been really sick and pretty busy, and I'm gonna try to backlog now. Hopefully Wednesday will be the next episode, because I'm really looking forward to this. It's like my favorite year. This is like my favorite series ever, and I'm just gonna tell myself to stick to it. I'm really passionate about it. Let me know in the comments below if you have any like ideas or suggestions for any other storylines, and if I'm let me know if this is like too violent now, because we went from like Satan spawns to like a little bit worse than that. But I think we can pivot. I think eventually I'm gonna make them have a reconcile role in Amis where they're just like, you are the one for me, I do love you, and yeah. Catch you in the next one. Bye.